Hi, in this video you will learn how to use the Power Apps patch function to insert and update a record. Let's get started. Okay, so what is the patch function? The patch function is basically code that you can write to insert and update records in your data source. It is a much more flexible way to insert and update records in a database than using the simple submit form command that is available in the edit form control. For this exercise, we are going to be using a Sharepoint list as our data source. I have already prepared that list, so let's go take a look at it. The Sharepoint list has the field customer ID, name, birthday, city, and if the customer is active or not. The Sharepoint list is a customer's list of a store. It has the customer ID field, the name field, birthday, city, and if the customer is active or not. Let's quick take a look on the data type of each of those fields, as the patch function is different the way you use it depending on the data type that you are going to insert or update in the database. So customer ID is type number. Name is type text. Birthday is type date time. City is type choice. And there are three options that you can choose. And active is type Boolean, yes or no. Now let's go back to Power Apps Studio. I have already created a blank canvas app. Let's start inserting a rectangle here at the top. Insert a text label. Let's change the color. Call it customers. Let's increase the font size. Okay, centralize and make bold. Now let's add a gallery to display the customers that we are going to insert and update. Next thing we need to do is to connect our application with the Sharepoint list. To do that, go to Data, click Add Data, type Sharepoint, select Sharepoint. Here we select our Sharepoint. Now select your Sharepoint site and select the list. In this case, customers. Click Connect, and the list is going to come here, customers. Now we are ready to insert and update records in that list here from our application. Let's connect our gallery to the list. Click on the gallery, then select the customers list. Now let's change the layout. Let's select this one, resize the gallery. It should be fine. We are good to go. Next thing, we're going to add some fields to insert and update the database. Click Insert. Let's drag a label and a text input. First one is going to be a customer ID. Remove that. Let's add the input. For birthday, let's add a date picker. And for city, we're going to use a drop-down control. Now let's configure the city drop-down to accept the possible values. So we're going to add Chicago, New York, and Austin. See, it already populated the drop-down control with that data. Let's add the active field. Click Insert. This one is going to be a toggle. Since it is a Boolean, default is going to be on. Let's insert a label for it. Call it active. Okay. And now let's add a save button to save data to the Sharepoint list. This one we're going to call save. Resize it. Okay. Let's rename these fields to facilitate for us to work with them on the patch function. For that, let's go to the tree view. Select the first field. Let's call this one text input customer ID. The second one, text input name. Let's rename this one to date picker birthday, and this one to drop it down city. And the bottom save. All right. In the active toggle, let's call it toggle active. We're good to go now. Let's save and preview our app. Here on the left side, it is empty because we don't have any customers yet on the database. The fields are here. They're working fine. We have all of the options. The date picker, the active toggle. Good. Now that we have all of the base ready, we can get to the nitty and gritty of this video, which is to actually create the patch function. So let's do that. Click the Save button, and we are going to write the patch function on the onSelect property of the Save button. Let's remove this. I'm going to increase the size. Let's start with patch, open, close parentheses. Inside the parentheses, first thing we need to inform is the name of the list that we want to update when we click Save. And the list here is customers. Customers. Then comma. The next parameter here is the parameter that will determine if this is an insert patch or an update patch. Let's start with an insert. For that you write defaults and you pass as a parameter the name of the list, customers. Comma again, and the third parameter here is the actual values of the fields that you want to update in the Sharepoint list. To inform that, open and close braces, and inside the braces, let's start with the first field. Once the field shows up here, you can just click enter and the whole text will appear. You don't need to type each letter. Then we're going to say that the value of customer ID is the text input customer ID dot text, which is the content of that input control. But you see here that there is this red line, so it means something is not yet correct. So let's see why is that happening. When you hover the mouse over the text, you can see that it says here the type of this argument, customer ID, does not match the expected type number and found the type text. What does that mean? It means that the text input has a value of type text, while customer ID is expecting a value of type number. So what we need to do is to convert the text to number. To do that, you write value and then put the input type text inside parentheses. So now it will convert the content of the text input customer ID control to number. And you can see now that the red line is gone, meaning there's no error anymore. Let's reduce the size here and test it out. Okay, let's add number 1 on customer ID and click Save. Now let's go to the Sharepoint list, refresh, and here it is. It created the first record. It only has the number 1 because this is the only field that we inserted in our patch formula. Now let's go back to Power Apps and add more fields to our patch. Let's give some more space for us to work here again. Okay, and one thing you can do to facilitate is to click on Format Text, and it will reformat it this way that makes easier readability, especially when you have more code. Next one is going to be name. The name will receive the content of the text input name dot text property. Okay, good. This time we don't need to do a conversion because text is a string and the name column on SharePoint expects exactly a string. So we're good to go here. Now the next field is going to be city, which will receive the value from the drop-down city dot selected text property. Then birthday is going to receive the value from the date picker birthday dot selected text selected date property, and the active field will receive the value from the toggle active dot value property. So this is the basics of the patch function. First, you inform the list that you're going to insert the data. Second, you say if this is going to be an insert or update operation. In this case, this command here tells that it is going to be an insert operation. And then you inform the fields and the values for each of them. So on SharePoint, we have customer ID, name, city, birthday, and active fields. And now we are informing where each of these fields are getting the values from. So customer ID comes from the text input customer ID field, which is this one. Name comes from the text input name field, which is this one. City comes from the drop-down city control, which is this one. Birthday comes from this one, and active comes from this toggle. And you notice that depending on the type of the field, there's a little bit of a difference. The most basic one is the text. So name is type text on SharePoint, and then you just need to write the input name dot text. But sometimes, depending, for instance, if it's a number, you need to convert the content of the text field to a number. To do that, you use the value function. If it's a drop-down, you need to pass the selected text. If it is a date picker control, you need to pass selected date. And if it is a toggle, you need to pass value. Now let's test our patch function. Click Preview. Okay, so we're going to insert customer ID number 2. Name is going to be Zach. Birthday, let's say it was in 98. Okay. On the city of New York. And he is an active customer. Click Save. Good, and you see here that Zach appeared in our gallery on the left side. The first one here is blank because it's the record that we inserted before just with the customer ID. And by default, customer ID is not displayed on the gallery. So the first one that is actually being displayed is the record we inserted now. Let's insert another one. Jane. And she is from Chicago. Click Save. And there she is. Now let's take a look on SharePoint to see if the records were inserted there. Click Refresh. Yeah, and here they are. Zach and Jane. Let's go back to Power Apps. Okay, our patch function for the insert operation was successful. It worked just as it should. Now you ask, okay, but how do I do the update? Let's do that now. For the update, let's start by identifying which is the record that we want to update. For that, click on the gallery, then go to the plate field property, and here we're going to write this code. If this item dot is selected, meaning if you click on an item here on the gallery, and select it, we're going to change it to another color. So the color, let's go with this one. And if the item is not selected, let's go with this. Okay, and see that the colors in our gallery changed. Let's preview our app. Click play. When we click on an item, the color changes. Now we know which one is the selected one. Good. And the change we need to do in the patch function to transform it from an insert operation to an update operation is pretty simple. Let's do that. Click the Save button. Let's resize it again. Here, the only line we need to change is this one. Instead of writing the false customer, we're going to pass the gallery, which is gallery 1 dot selected, which is the item that we have selected at the moment. All of the other fields are the same, meaning we are going to update the selected item with the content of the fields on the screen. Okay, let's play to preview our app. So we're going to update this record. Let's change the date. Let's change the name to Paul. Let's change the city to New York. We are updating this record. So Zach will now be called Paul. And this is going to be his new birthday. And city is going to be Austin. Click Save. And see here, the data was updated. The new birthday and the new name. Let's take a look at the Sharepoint list. We updated this record right here. Refresh it. And now there's the new name.